you know, when you're creating a beat,
Yeah.
like what's the method? What are you looking for? Because I know, you know,
I gotta get a feeling, man. If I don't get a feeling, none of it makes sense. It's just noise. It's fucking white noise if you don't get a feeling.
Right.
You understand? Like, I like making music when I finish, I got goosebumps. And I'm like, oh, this shit is fucking crazy. Look at this. You understand? Like, that's the type of music I make. I don't make music that's disposable. My shit lasts. You know what I mean? Like, my shit lasts for years. Diplomatic Community came out 2003, nigga. You saw what that shit did to the Garden the other day on Dipset Anthem.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I try to make shit that's gonna last. Other than that, what the fuck are we doing?
When you made Dipset Anthem,
Yeah.
what was
was that
like,
that was
make
me.
this number 3 on the CD? Because back then it was like big
Yeah,
CDs and
yeah,
shit, right?
but I didn't understand what I had. I almost erased the shit. My cousin walked in and told me this shit was fire. That's why I kept it. I thought it was trash because I made like 5 beats that day, and to me it's like, this is the worst of the batch. Because my ears were fried. It was like, you know what I mean? I was making music all day. My cousin walked in like, what the fuck is that? I said, you like this shit? He said, nigga, that shit is fucking crazy, nigga. So I thank him for keeping that shit.
And when you gave it to
Cam?
how did it happen? How did it happen?
That because originally at that point, we already had 9 tracks on the album on Diplomatic Community, but the album wasn't done yet. So I put together like a beat CD. It had the beat for Dipset Anthem on there. It had the beat for More Than Music on there. So I gave them the CD. They recorded More Than Music first, and Dipset Anthem was like later in the CD. So then they heard it, and Cam was like, what the fuck, you that Bob Marley shit is crazy, nigga. Yeah. And I'm like, I said, you fuck with it? He said, yeah. So they recorded that shit like 2 nights later, and that was the last song put on Diplomatic Community.
Wow.
That shit made the album by 2 days, because it was going to go get pressed 2 days later.
Wow.
So that shit just made it, but that shit changed my life, man. That record changed my life.
Was there anybody you gave a beat and you had like a weird experience around it, like?
I don't know if this nigga remembers this, but the first time I ever played beats for Joe Buttons, this nigga sat on the floor Indian style talking to me through a bullhorn.
Wow.
Yes. In Def Jam. I remember Skane was his A&R at the time, and Skane was like, yo, go play Joe Buttons some music. So, and keep him, at this point, I never met Joe Buttons. This is like 2002, 2003, somewhere around there. I never met him, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So, I go into the office, keep in mind, there's 2 couches around. So I'm like, why is this nigga sitting on the floor Indian style? Yes.
With a bullhorn.
With a bullhorn. He's like, yo, go to the next one. I like number 3, but talking to me this close through a fucking bullhorn. So I remember coming out the meeting. I remember coming out the meeting and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with, like, why is this dude doing that? Yeah, like, is everybody like this in the fucking music industry? Like,
and you're like, yo, son, you don't put the bullhorn down.
I just come to realize that he was just like that. It wasn't everybody in the industry. It was just him. He was just, I don't know what was going on with him that day. I don't know, but if you've ever been around, I'm sure you know he sits Indian style, so I'm not lying about that. Yeah. And I'm sure he remembers the bullhorn shit if you reminded him, and he has to. But yeah, that was a weird.
Did he use any of them?
No.
No, he didn't.
No.
How long did it take you to like cook up a beat?
15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
Niggas could attest to that to be around me. I don't. My shit don't take too much time. I'm Ready was made in 15 minutes. Dipset Anthem was made in 15 minutes.
Whether it's a hit or whether it's weak.
I don't keep weak shit. Not to sound like that, but if I think it's weak, I'm erasing it. I'm not saving it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm to the point now where it's like, when I was younger making music, I would keep half of what I made because I thought half was garbage. Now I don't waste nothing. I keep everything because to me, everything, I figured out a formula to make quality shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like my 10,000 hours kicked in 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Who was the biggest artist that you played beats for? What happened? Yeah.
I don't even want to get into the story, man, but I did a beat years ago around the Diplomatic time, and Guru's my man. You know what I'm saying? Went to college. His young Guru went to college together.
I know this story.
And I used to leave, you know, like, because I always wanted to get on Jay's album, so I would leave beats with Guru, like, yo, Guru, if you see Jay, just, you know, so I would do that time and time again. And one night, Guru called me, he said, yo, the nigga Jay was about to go to the club. I played him the shit that you had, the niggas recording to it now.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh shit, I'm driving home hype.
Wow.
So the next morning I called Guru, I'm like, yo, can I come by the studio to hear the joint? He was like, yo, this nigga asked me who produced it, man. I said Heat Makers, and this nigga just told me erase that shit. Cause I think this was around the time that him and Cam and them they had the whole, you know what I'm saying? And that shit hurt my heart, man. I was like, what the
It just
fuck?
hurt mine. Yeah.
That just hurt mine.
Damn,
Story run love.
Damn.
But this was,
Damn.
yeah, this was years ago, man. I don't even know if Guru remembers that shit, but I remember that shit clear as day because I'm a Jay fan.
You know he didn't erase it, right? He just had another beat done.
Yeah, I'm sure, of course. But I'm a Jay fan.
Shout out to Guru. I'm gonna get down to what really happened when you come on the show,
No,
bro.
but that shit
We
hurt
gonna
my
get down
heart
to what
because
really happened.
I'm a Jay fanatic to the point where it's like that's on my bucket list is to work with Jay before it's all said and done for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
To
like
this day.
of course. That's like the top of Mount Everest. That's like every producer's dream. If you're a hip hop producer, it should be to work with somebody like a Jay or a Nas.
Right.
Like my bucket list, I want to work with Jay, Nas, and 50. Those are the three artists I got, and Jada. I've done features with Jada as far as like for other artists, but I want to work on like a project with Jada.
But that doesn't complicate like your other relations because you just named 3 people that Cam had beef with.
No, but they all good now. Remember, Cam came out with Jay. They performed.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I think Nas and Jay, I doubt they still have. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's a thing. And then 50 fucks with everybody. As far as like he gonna talk crazy about everybody for a minute. So it's kind of like that's just him. So I don't think people take that shit personal.
That would be insane. That would be insane.
So those are my things I want to accomplish. Those last 3 things. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to work with Ross. I got something on this new project coming out. So that's one off the bucket list. So now I need
You got
Jay
a joint with Ross?
Yeah, on this new project that he's putting together now. Yeah.
Personally, I'm a huge fan of Ross.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Yeah. He's a good balance of lyrics and just those one-line statements.
And charisma and the way you deliver those lyrics. You know what I mean? Like Ross
Delivery
makes
with
every
him
line
is
sound
like-
epic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Water fountain in my front yard. The niggas is like, oh shit, this nigga got the water fountain in the front yard. But he's mastered that.
He could be like the ad-lib man for your life. Like, like you buy a car and he's like, just got to 750. You're like, yeah, nigga, I did. Huh?
He did
It's crazy.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm rock with you niggas.